Hi guys, welcome back. This is Team Tara, and today we're going to be talking about potty training. If you are a mom or a new mom, if you have 15 kids, they all potty train differently. I have my teen potty training totally different compared to my 2-year-old, now 2-year-old. My teenager basically taught herself how to potty train. It wasn't, I don't believe it was as hard as what I'm dealing with now with my toddler. I didn't have to go through the pulling off the diaper stages, you know, walking around the house naked. I didn't have to do that with her. As you start on this potty training journey, please remember that each child is different. Boys are different from girls. Girls are different from girls. Boys are different. Like, everything is different. No child is the same in any area, aspect of life. That even goes down to your learning skills, the way you talk, the way you interact with other kids. Everybody is different. So you can't compare one of your kids to another, or cousins to each other, friends, or your neighbor's, you know, 2-year-old who's been talking for 6 months, but your daughter just started potty training and they're still in diapers. Like, you can't compare the two. I'll give you some tips and tricks that I've learned with the difference between the both of my kids and how I can share that with you. So basically, you can Google, you can YouTube, you can watch videos, you can read blogs. Everything is going to tell you how to potty train. However, you have to know your child and how your child interacts with potty training, because what you read is probably not the way that your child wants to learn. To adjust your liking to theirs. I found out that my now 2-year-old likes to pull off her pull-up, and she has to be completely naked to potty train. She's still in the beginning stages of her potty training, so different things that I used to do with my teenager doesn't work for her. Teenager, when she started potty training early on. Before she even turned 2, she was in panties, she was moving by herself. We didn't even have a potty. She was going and sitting on the grown-up's toilet. And now my 2-year-old is at a stage where she has to sit on her potty. She freaks out if she sits on our toilet. It's just a mess. How she needed to be potty trained. The signs was obvious, like clear as day. She's taking off her pull-up. At the time, it was a pamper. She was taking off her pamper. And I learned that, of course, that's just a visual sign. And when they start taking off their pamper, okay, it's time to move up to pull-ups. And you probably don't want to move up to pull-ups because they're a little less cheap. They're cheaper, but you get less, if you want to say, you get less pull-ups in a pack than you do Pampers. So that's why a lot of people keep the Pampers. And then with also the Pampers, you can pee like a few times to keep it on there. And the pull-up, you pee once and it's kind of like you have to let it go. You have to change it. That's what I learned. The second thing is when they start to say, I poo-poo, I pee-pee. Like, that's obvious signs that they're trying to get out of a pull-up. They need to be potty training, and you can do little bitty steps. That's the second thing. The third thing is when they feel uncomfortable with their pull-up or their diaper, and not to the point where they're taking it off, but they're irritated, they don't sit right, or they're pulling at the diaper. That's another sign. When they watch you while you use the restroom and they observe what you're doing and they try to do it themselves, that's another sign that they're ready to start potty training. Little things that you notice that they wouldn't normally do if they were a little bit younger. And this doesn't have an age frame, an age that they can potty train. Some kids I've known potty train at the age of 1. Some kids are struggling and they're still doing it at the age of 4. Whatever works for your child, you have to adjust your life so that you meet their needs. So like I said, mocking your behavior. If you go into the restroom and they follow you, they're curious of what you're doing and how you're doing it, that's a sign. The fifth sign, when they hide. I found that when they want their privacy, it's a sign that you need to get them on a potty. When they go and close the door because they have to poop or pee, that's an obvious sign that they're ready to potty train. Privacy is a big issue when it comes to toddlers, specifically. They want to have their privacy. They don't want you to be looking at them when they're using the restroom. They don't want you to be around watching them. So give them their privacy, but that's another sign that they're ready to advance their potty. Another sign is, which is the sixth sign, when they go a long period of time with a dry diaper. That can be pooping or peeing. You can put them down to sleep or their nap time and they wake up dry. Or just a regular day, you know that they usually get changed 3 to 4 times, or 5 or 6 times, and it's now going to 3 to 4 times in a dry diaper. Their diaper is pretty much dry the whole day. That's another sign that they're, last and final sign that they are ready to potty train is when they tell you. A lot of kids really don't talk at 1 or 2 years old, but if they're giving you signs that they have to pee or they have to poop, then that's clear as day. Be patient with the kids or they're near potty training. Patient, I find that having a little potty on the floor is better than actually having a seat on a toilet, because they can go as they please, meaning they can actually sit down when they need to sit down without telling you, because a lot of them can't communicate. They don't have to get you, and you don't have to keep getting up and putting them on the toilet to use it. They can go sit on their own potty. Make it convenient. Make an area for them where you won't get frustrated that they're peeing on the carpet. It's easy to wipe up. Wear somewhere where it's ceramic or tile or wood. A few other signs that I've noticed, just being a parent, if your child can't sit down after they pee or poop, that's a clear sign that they're near potty training. If they poop and they don't want to sit on their butts because they know it's dirty, that's a sign. If you can tell the child to go get you a pull-up or a pamper and they bring you back a pull-up and a pamper, that's a sign. Especially if they bring you back wipes with it. That's clear as day a sign. If they help you take off their pull-up, that's a sign. If they're pulling down their pants when you're about to change their diaper or their pull-up, which was the most obvious of them all, after they done pottied and they come to you and say, "Yay, mommy, I pottied," they are advanced to say the least. And so this is definitely a time when you need to put on less potty training, less pull-ups and diapers and more panties or bottomless. I know it might be hard. This transition period is hard for you as a parent. You don't want to accept that your child is growing up and they're probably 1 or 2 or in the early stages of their being a toddler. You don't want to keep them back from growing up. So another one, if your child is very independent, if they're willing to do a lot of things by themselves, I'm pretty sure they're willing to do potty training. If your child could read or talk very well, but they're struggling at potty training, that's not to say that they're not ready. It's just sometimes they adapt differently. And don't give up on them. Like, just because you did it for 2 weeks and it's still you're still having a struggle, don't stop. Keep going. Sometimes it's also better to have them bottomless than to have them in a pull-up. Especially if they're in a pull-up, they're gonna keep peeing and pottying or pooping in the pull-up. So maybe just have undies on them, no pants, or completely bottomless. I found out that with both of my kids being completely bottomless, bottoms up, you know, both of my girls at that, they learned faster to go to the potty because they wouldn't pee on themselves. Don't get me wrong, we did have some problems where they pottied on themselves and they were having issues with, you know, peeing on the floor, but it's a part of the phase that they're gonna go through for them to be potty trained. 2-year-old is at the point where she is about 75% potty trained. She tells me when she pooped, not pee, she tells me when she's pooped. She goes to the potty by herself. She doesn't tell me when she has to potty. I have to keep asking her, do you have to potty? Do you have to potty? And she tells me no, 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 yes, yes. But I have to ask her, she wouldn't tell me. Goes to the potty and then we have tissue in the toilet. She would wipe herself and say, yay, every time. Make a potty song, you know, like, yay, you pee-pee. Yay, you potty. Yay, you poo-poo. Just make it fun for them because that way they start to learn and then reward them. At the very end, you don't want to let them think that it's like torture or, you know, you want to make it fun. So by doing that, you just reward them with like a goldfish or a cookie or something like that, like yay, or do a dance. We used to do this little dance every time she pottied, and then we wipe her. When we wipe her, we take a little square tissue, like a piece of the tissue, just a little square, and we break it up into little bitty pieces, put it in the back of the potty, and then when she's time to wipe, since she's so small and we don't use wipes, we start to use tissue so it can basically transition her from the wipes, the wet, to the tissue, which is the dry, which she's going to be using once she get a little bit older. So we're slowly transitioning her. Of course, when she poop, we do use the wipes, but when she pee, we use the tissue, and we just take, like I said, squares, and we tap her, just lightly tap her where she peed, and be like, dee, 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 dee. And then every time she pees, we go back, dee, 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 and tap it, because you don't want to wipe it, you don't want to be rough, you just want to be as gentle as possible. And so those are the tips that I did want to share with y'all on how I potty trained my daughter, or how I knew she was ready to be potty trained. And stay tuned for part 2, where I basically show y'all how we potty train, how she's still developing her potty training ways. We're still trying to adjust to her. So stay tuned for part 2 on how we potty train, but these are basically just signs that we knew that she was ready to potty train. And I do want to share with y'all the potty that we've been using. This was purchased from Target.com. It looks like a real potty. The top part is missing because she likes to move that part around because it actually flushes, which could be a distraction, because you don't want to do something that flushes or something that you put water in and it sings and do all this stuff, because they'll put water in there or they'll put their hand in there all the time. So we have to take the little top part off where the tissue goes. You can actually put tissue in there and it flushes. So we have to do that sometimes, because it's like after you use the restroom, then you can flush it. But if she starts getting used to flushing it or making it sing or whatever it does, your potty does, it kind of distracts them. It don't really teach them. So once they use the restroom, then you put the little thing back on if it has that, which ours does, and then she can flush it and like act like it's a real potty, and she gets happy about that as well. So just be mindful when it comes to potty training. You don't want to get something that's going to distract the kids, like a really cute potty. Like, this is pink and it's cute, but it looks relatively similar to the toilet that we have. I know you just want to hold on to them and keep them small as possible, but I'm trying to tell you, your baby is ready if all these signs are noticeable, all these signs are aware to you and your spouse or your kids. Please don't hold these kids back from learning to be potty trained. Like I said, they all do things differently. They all learn differently. So be very patient. I find that having a little potty on the floor is better than actually having a seat on a toilet, because they can go as they please, meaning they can actually sit down when they need to sit down without telling you, because a lot of them can't communicate. They don't have to get you, and you don't have to keep getting up and putting them on the toilet to use it. They can go sit on their own potty. Make it convenient. Make an area for them where you won't get frustrated that they're peeing on the carpet. Training. And stay tuned for part 2, where I'm telling you how to potty. Please subscribe and stay tuned for more videos. Also, don't forget to click the notification bell, because I have more videos coming. Again, a part 2 to this. And leave any comments in the bottom if you have any questions on where to purchase your potty, and if you're having a struggle potty training your toddler or 3 or 4-year-old, however. So I hope to see you on the next video. Talk to you later. God bless.